Good evening, Chop Slap, Fat Pretzel, Tyler Zeta, Jaffon, Dart Spaces, Decoy, Chop Slap. We are at Point Prometheus, which is actually pretty close to the end of the game. Hey, the boar, good to see ya. I need to kill Big Daddies, but we also... Do we even need the plasmids, though? I don't think so. How did I get here? Bees 3, yeah. All right. A little bit of hacking. Now would you look at that? That is a perfect solution. Hey, Dragon Man. Hey, Austin. Could that have been done differently? Like only a couple of ways. Gunnar Gonzalez for $2. Says you should play Scorn. Okay, it's on my list and we'll play Scorn. I'm not really good at puzzle games, but that one does look fun. Hey, DP. Ain't nobody. Where's that list? I got a big list full of games everyone has recommended. You know, let's put it up again, too. I like getting your recommendations. We're going to put Scorn up at the tippity top right next to Inscription and Hollow Knight. There we go. And let's go ahead and start the Q&A here. I'm asking simple questions tonight. What's your favorite song? Mine's Mr. Jalapeno. Mr. Jalapeno is a very good song. I might play it for you later if you're lucky. If we beat the game, let's see. Now for a poll. Who is a juicy one? Yeah, I got a good question for you guys. Which is better, lock picking in Fallout or hacking in Bioshock? Personally, I got biased towards the hacking in Bioshock, but man, lock picking in New Vegas was addicting. We're gonna play Blood West when it comes out. I may. Hey, Orion. Howdy. Sleepy Dog Zone says you're gonna watch the new Black Meg Griffin show. Is that what it's called? I don't know if I like it being called that. Boris said, fun fact, Chester Bennington made a joke band that eventually had a concert sponsored by a cigarette company. Before it happened, Chester made a lung cancer joke and they're kicked out. How dare he tell the truth? That Chester Bennington and his truth-telling ways. What a son of a bitch. I don't need any of that in there. Hey, wait a minute. I'm so smart.
Fontaine is dead. Bad for Fontaine. Good for Suchong. Play hard to get it for a bit. Then Mr. Ryan get hungry for me. Tenenbaum gone, Fontaine gone. Suchong only one who know all about little sister.
A lot of dead cats in this game.
It's very good for Suchong.
So Chong's just an innocent business guy. He's just doing good guy stuff. I think I had everything. Kind of a weak secret room, but not the worst I've ever been in. Oh, Velma. That's what that is? Oh. I mean, if it's funny, I'll watch it. I don't care if it's woke or not. I give a fuck less. There's nothing more woke than caring about if something's woke. You know what I mean?
Finding the voice box to have sound like one of those Big Daddy's repulsive creatures.
So I got a few ways to go. I'm not sure which way is really the right way, if there even is one. I stepped in here, so here we go.
I did kill you! I was just getting warm!
Ah! Get him, turret! Yeah, good job, little guy.
I'm a professional!
You know, if that new Scooby-Doo cartoon's actually funny, I don't give a shit. But, you know, if you're gonna take IP and go, well, I'm gonna make it my own and completely change everything about it, but call it that show, it better be written well. And I don't want to hear any like, well, we're just writing what we think is funny. No. Make it funny. I feel like I'm making way more advancement than I want to. That's fine.
I'd turn tail if I were you, kid. Ain't nothing here for you but tears.
Yeah, it makes the good stuff. Now you go to find the bodysuit and the perfect.
I can't see so good. Eat the bees. Zorp. 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 And catch. Hacker's Delight 3, I'll take it, why not? Because the creator wanted to be the main protagonist. I mean, you write what you know, but you know, you gotta be pretty funny to be a main protagonist, right?
This is where you find bodies.
You're playing a bad hand, kid. You're just too spiced to smell it. Roll on back to Mother Goose now, or everything's gonna go busta.
I thought that was the vending machine saying that. I'm like, hey, you're supposed to speak Spanish.
What things we have done, what things.
Here we go. Hey, John W. with $2 says, got to support a Bioshock stream. Thank you, John W. We'll have Bioshock 2 and Infinite as well. I'll play Infinite. I don't mind Infinite as much as other people do. I do understand why people are like, hey, I really wish that story were better. That makes sense. But other than that, I think Bioshock 2's or Bioshock Infinite's pretty damn good. Slaves don't make choices, a slave obeys. A man chooses, a slave obeys. I choose Hampshire. Why even get the password? I think there is an option to hack most of those. I want these off, don't I? Huh. Well, fine, then now they're all on for whatever that's worth.
Look around you. There's nothing to save. Rapture's a mausoleum, a goddamn cemetery funhouse. With you in the crowd, it's just a matter of time till you realize.
Shut up, Meg. I think one of my favorite critiques about Family Guy is like the characters are too mean to each other. A real family shouldn't be mean like that. And I'm like, that's the families are awful to each other though. Routinely, that's a little bit more normal than you might suspect. It's a sign of a sheltered life. Family Guy characters should be nicer to each other. It really depresses me to see how they treat Meg. Oh. It's like, yeah. It'd be a shame if a family was awful in real life, right? Gunner says he hates his helmet so much. Yeah. I kind of regret getting it, but hey, here we are. Help me, turret. Good job, kinda.
The money. Money.
cheap. Ryan can go suck an egg.
Yeah, suck an egg. You son of a bitch. You fucking son of a bitch. You suck a fucking egg.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Dragon Man, I would love Scooby-Doo as a pit bull. He could unmask somebody by, like, just pulling the flesh off their face. Son of a bitch. Oh, you are a bad person. I will treat you like one. You son of a bee. Your soul is mine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man. Well, I guess I can go down there in the water. But I want to see the rest. I like it when the rockets spin around the bodies. Oh, there's just a whole bunch of proximity mines just right there the whole time. All right. Hey, Orphan! Sorry for not being around. It's hard for me to watch late night streams when you have to be up at 5. I got a stomach flu, been headache, throwing up, and pooing. That's awful, man. I just got back from the physical therapist myself. Hope you feel better soon, Orphan, and thank you very much. Sorry about the late night streams. It's about the only time I got to be free.
Big Daddy make a terrible stink. Very smelly. Maybe something can be done. But the little sisters seem to like the odor. Now we have to find the recruits. You become Big Daddy, it's a one-way street. But Ryan says don't worry. Recruits will be no problem. That's Ryan. He's a good guy.
Could I have made mistakes? One does not build cities if one is guided by doubt. But can one govern in absolute certainty? I know that my beliefs have elevated me just as I know that the things I have rejected would have destroyed me. But the city, it's collapsing before my... Have I become so convinced by my own beliefs that I have stopped seeing the truth. Perhaps. But Atlas is out there, and he aims to destroy me and to destroy my city. To question is to surrender. I will not question.
Get over here, Eve Hypo. Get over here, health kids.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
Somebody snooping around where they don't belong? Yep. He had a coffee on him too, son of a bitch. Gonna miss an entire week at work. That fucking sucks, Arner friend. Oh no. For my accuracy a little bit. Okay, I got some guidance now. Let's do a save so I don't have to go all the way back. Okay, can't do nothing in there. Got it. I guess I gotta wait to get another little sister, but I don't actually need it. Moon Fox! With $5 to the Shiba Inu giving punches. We are gonna fuck this Rosie up just for you, Moon Fox. So thank you again for the generous contribution. We can take out this big mama, this big Rosie, but without a little sister, there ain't a whole lot of reason to do this, so we're just gonna stalk him around a bit. Let's check in on our poll, eh? How's that poll doing? It says now would be a good time to insert ads. Nah, Moon Foxo's got us covered. We don't need those. Looks like people like lockpicking in New Vegas better than hacking in Bioshock. I can't blame you. The lockpicking is a really good mini game. Been living off crackers and cheap banana pops for 3 days. Oh, you got some nasty stomach shit then, Artifer. My goodness.
I'm the goddamn doctor! I promise you know.
I should have used a napalm more often. Look at the edges, they're all warping. Half Slack says Hellbench top 10 creepiest recordings. Wait, which is the top? I can't judge my own top 10. That's unfair, isn't it? Are you gonna get a little sister? Or are we gonna? Okay, there we go. $2. Thank you. Says, you ever gonna play Gears 6 if and when it comes? Yeah, sure. Kinda wanna play Gears 5 too. Oh fuck, I'm stuck in something. This sucks. Where's my zaps? Oh, it's too late. Oh, please. Please tell me I saved. I think I saved way far back. But yeah, you know, Gears 5 and Gears 6 would be fun. Did that add to the tally? That did not add to the tally. There we go. Gonna stay honest here. They're still making Gears of War games as long as Microsoft needs money. Gears 5 is really good. It's not my favorite game of all time or anything, but there's a lot of good going on for it. Still a looker too. But the story's not like great. But then again, the stories through Gears 1 through 3 isn't like the best. It's good. It's just, you know. Son of a bitch. Fuck. This is confusing with the head thing on. The big warp and vision thing is fucked. Oh yeah, Gunnar, I didn't like the sled thing too much. You know what? I may have been a little bit picky at the time. After seeing future offerings after Gears 5. In fact, even playing Dead Space 3. I'm feeling like, man, I was too harsh on you, Dead Space 3. If only I knew how bad things are gonna get. A lot of what goes into playing a game like Gears is mood too. You gotta be in the mood to just like dunk on some AI as well. Right temperament when playing the right game counts for a whole lot. First time live chat, Jackson, welcome. Son of a bitch.
We bred little ones to imprint a certain smell, pheromones. But this is not like putting on aftershave. You will need 3 industrial applications of this stuff, and then the little ones will be drawn to you like a bee to honey. You will have to gather 3 pheromones here, so that you smell disgusting. Just like a big daddy.
Board says you do not play Gears to calm down. You'll get more angrier than you wanted to be. It depends. I might not play it on the hardest difficulty though. It's because I do value my sanity a little bit. Oh, I want to make a friend. Well, fine, you know, this works too.
It apart, piece by piece, and brat by brat. Consider it your legacy.
Not a second time. In fact, this would be a pretty good place to lure some of the daddies in. No turret, not that way. Shit, yeah, I can't do it like that. Oh, this sucks. I think I fucked myself. Eh. There we go, got it. Welcome back, Jackson. Nice profile picture.
The boots. I was sure the boots would be here. Oh, shit.
Bunch of garbage.
Oh, damn it. The big daddy boots need to be shipped here, not the damn library. What kind of idiot is just Ryan hiring nowadays? This kind of bullshit never happened on the Fontaine.
Okay, how am I gonna do this? I am gonna take this piece here. We got a vertical here. And we got a, over to the right there. There we are. Art Spade says something I'll always love is playing Smashing Pumpkins while playing any Mario game with his baby brother. It became a tradition in middle school. He sees Mario, he thinks of Smashing Pumpkins and Viscera. Yeah, I can see that. Tonight. I can't sing like Billy Corbin or whoever, but he's got a wonderful voice. I'm just auto-hacking that, why not? Now wait a minute, am I good on... Oh no, we can do more. Really, that's too much? At least you have somewhere to put them. Thoughts on their crew too? Isn't that one of those racing games that got like unfairly canceled? If that's so, that sucks. That's what I think about it. It sucks what they did to it. Bam! He says better to make too much than too little. True enough. It worked out. Payday 3 when? That's a good question, the boar. When they make it, I suppose. Ooh, maybe Hitman. Maybe.
Thank you, mister. Thank you.
Hey, I got half the costume. Why don't you call me Mr. B? Out on a robbing spree. A straight G. Anyways, that's 2 out of 3.
Time for a nap, sweet
So we just got one more little sister rescue here. That's not too much to ask for.
Where? You the one that took my baby.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
It reminds us we all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
Our choices make us. That's not entirely true. What if I choose not to die, then something kills me? Did I choose that? What's over here? Oh yeah, this area. Yeah, electric gel does work really good on the Big Daddies. You don't quite get enough to kill a Big Daddy, but it does most of the work.
War, a terrible thing. Japanese kill every man in my city, except for Suchong. Suchong have opium. Very good opium. This war, terrible thing too. But not for Suchong. Everyone's scared now. Everyone needs Adam. More than little sisters can make. Good news is war makes lots of corpses. Suchong knows a way to recycle Adam from corpses. But can't send a little sister out to street unprotected. Suchong must think on this.
I like how he runs for the water to, like, you know, not be on fire. The AI in this game's not that bad. We have a major malfunction. The computer is... All right, there we go. Hey, look, I won't search for Big Daddy Boots, but I'm gonna kill these guys as they come along. Why would I ignore them? There's some napalm laying around over there, isn't there? Liquid nitrogen, not quite the same. Pretty sure I need to go towards that way, but I think there is some napalm. But whatever, I can't find it immediately. It's not in front of me, so it may as well not exist. Let's go the other way.
I can see the angel.
Oh, we did this already, but I mean, we may as well get the hat trick, right? Got a medic bag. In this game, I don't know if there is one. Fuck, okay, fine. That's all of them.
Japanese kill every man in my city, except for Suchong. Suchong have opium. Very good opium.
Oh, incendiary bolts work. I've been getting good results with the electric shotgun shells.
I send another little one with a token of our appreciation.
Get out of here. Oh, almost stepped right on that. I could have thrown these barrels at him too. Oh, jeez. You know, better I pop those now before I make a mistake on them later. Okay, where am I going now?
Atlas is a friend of the parasite. Don't be afraid
Welcome to the circus of Mountain.
of Atlas.
Feel your cravings in the circus of Mountain.
Electric buckshot and incendiary bolts. See, I figured incendiary wouldn't work good on it, but then again, weapons are kind of funny. Oh, hey, it's this guy. This turret just doesn't like shooting at stuff. It's a very polite turret.
Bienvenido al amo Danito. Muchas gracias, señor.
Okay, I need to go to someplace. That's not how it's supposed to look, but hey, here we are. Yeah, we've been here before too.
I am trying to think here.
Did this one already. Hey, stupid, good to see ya. It's a bonus stream today. Because there ain't a whole lot left of this game, so may as well play it on late Tuesday evening. This goes all the way around. How would you like to see System Shock 2? I got that booted up. I never played System Shock 2. Heard a lot of good stuff about it, though. Scotty says, wasn't this part seen as the worst part of the game? Probably. I don't know. I mean, every time somebody talks about the worst part about a game like this, I never see it as nearly as bad as it used to be. Yeah, a lie that saves my ass versus a truth that hurts me. If you're a Jesus, you'd turn stuff into pee instead of wine. Be a hell of a marriage party. Let's take the health, yeah. Spicy, it says. I like that, but Bust the Machines is good too. This protects me from fire. We'll put that in the gene bank for now. Yeah, all an extra damage on bots. Okay. That's something. Can't stop me if I'm invisible. Yeah, there's no incorrect answers, just incorrect people and feelings. 16 more seconds. Oh, that. I guess it did miss. Oh well. Water time. Decoy, the best-selling game console of all time, was... Shit, I think it's a PS1. Actually, it's probably the Nintendo Wii. PS2 top seller. I guess it makes sense that for a lot of people that was their first DVD player. I knew quite a few people who bought a PS2 just so that they could watch those fancy new digital video discs. Well, if you ask me, the DVD collectors are a cult. It's obviously much better to rip the DVDs and have a digital, like, collection. Since it's all digital anyways. I can understand people like being, oh, you can't make a digital copy of a vinyl record. The shittiness is part of what makes it sound good. I like the shitty sound. It's unique. It's got a unique color note. Whatever. And I guess with some DVDs, you got like the special scenes and the commentary, but they don't do that anymore. They don't always ship those with commentary. You buy a Blu-ray, and it's like, we got all this space, but we don't do commentary tracks anymore. Those are too expensive. So you get like 5 movie trailers and like a little interview with people going, well, when we shot the movie, we wanted to make a good movie, not a bad movie, a good movie. So we decided to do that, and we failed. Vinyl has like 16 million parts per second. Digital only has 72,000. 16 million too many, I say. A bunch of information that means nothing is only static. Full research on Rosie. That's fun. He's ready for war. Dare I play director's commentary? Let's look at it for a second.
To kill, excuse me, to harvest or not to harvest, the moral dilemma that follows you throughout the Bioshock experience and defines the fate of the player. This choice lays at the center of your Bioshock story and has repercussions that can be felt in nearly every facet of the gameplay.
I was thinking kill them all. Bring out Jeff Keighley. Bring him to me. I want to see Jeff Keighley.
Part of Bioshock's lasting legacy, of course, are the Little Sisters and this moral choice that presented itself to the player. Everyone became...
I'm Jeff Keighley.
About like, well, did you save them? Did you harvest them? That concept, Ken, was that something that came about early in development, or that binary choice? When did that come into the game?
I don't remember when. I mean, we had the concept of them being protected, but I can't remember when you actually
certainly
chose.
wasn't. When there were slugs, it was not meaningful. I think there was...
Do you salt it? Do you not salt it?
Yeah. There were resources that you could get, but there was no choice there, right? The choice was, do I want to fight the Big Daddy or not?
Yeah.
I think once we got into the realm of they have to be empathetic, the player has to have some feeling
I
towards...
feel like Sean Robertson may have done more work.
Then we start seeing that opportunity there of like, okay, nobody's going to want to...
A dude named Sean. A dude named Sean.
We weren't
Sean.
when it first came
Tell
out
me
that we
why.
could,
I
A
think
dude named Sean.
to reflect the sort of
A
larger
dude
economic
named
questions
Sean.
of a world like Rapture, where
Sean.
the economy drives everything. Are there any limits to economic decision making versus moral decision making? Because that's sort of what the Randian notion is that it's not the role that you don't sort of legislate morality. Let's try.
John got drunk and took off his glasses, hit the dance floor like molasses. That's what I'm talking about. Sean's always starting shit. One time he took my drink and he peed in it.
They're a commodity to you.
Sean was a big dick motherfucker. He had a hot girl and he loved to fuck her.
Nervousness generally at the publisher about it for a little while, but pretty.
A dude named Sean. Sean, directed Bioshock.
And I only had a few. The press, and this sort of happens over and over again. The games press worried.
Jeff Keighley, did you just fart? Oh, I can smell it.
Topic, but that it was done to a larger purpose. That it wasn't just sort of like, hey, this is the game where you kill children. And whatever.
That's a good quote. Hey, this is the game where you kill children.
And it wasn't, it wasn't killing them, it was harvesting them.
Bioshock, the game where you kill children.
Right, to sort of explain that this, you weren't doing anything vicious to them, right?
Well, I mean, you do sort of, they do sort of disappear out of you, and a big slug out of their belly, comes up that you. Well, we didn't want that to be graphic. We wanted to be very clear that you were killing them.
Yeah.
But it was not intended to be a prurient in terms of, hey, this is a simulation of pulling a sea slug out of a little girl's belly. But we wanted you to understand that you were making a very diabolical moral economic pact there. And we think that came across, and I think it came across well enough. And I think the test of how well it came across is, I think most people didn't really thought of it as am I willing to do this thing or not?
Right.
And people would tell us stories how their girlfriend saw them harvesting, and then they literally slept on the couch that night.
Right.
And that's an interesting, that was interesting how people connected to a 3D mesh that's really no different than any other 3D mesh in the world. Like this little sister.
No, those are way creepier looking than the other 3D meshes.
A virtual 3D asset, right? That has a voice actor connected to it who's an adult woman, and nobody was actually getting harmed, but people still.
Wait, were people getting harmed in your previous games?
Emotional connection.
And also, I think when you're playing, you don't really know what the impact of that choice is.
Yes.
And that's sort of the curiosity of like, you're a gamer, so it's like, am I going to game the system? Which one should I pick? How does this impact things as you go through the game? It's never really fully clear what that choice is going to lead to, right? And the ambiguousness of that was something.
It is not ambiguous. They tell you outright, if you spare the little sisters, they give you bonus treats.
The rewards for harvesting versus saving would be, and actually I think we should have really pushed further that the rewards for saving were much more, should have been much more meager than the rewards for harvesting, just to really sort of put you up against the wall, push you up against the wall and say, you know, are you going to stick by your moral guns here? Because you're going to pay for it. Because that's usually the way life is, right? It's always harder to take a moral path than it is to take an amoral path. But there's incentives to take amoral paths because it's the easier path.
As you play through the game, eventually you get to the ending, and as we know now, there were sort of two endings that you know, were affected by that choice, and that was something at the time. I know you said publicly that you weren't in favor of sort of having two endings. Was that in part because, you know, the game is about not having choice, or did you think that, you know, the two endings were, I don't know, like, I'm interested for narratively, like, why you didn't want to go that path?
It seemed forced, given that the game really sort of almost made a joke, I mean, a meta commentary joke about the lack of agency in games, the lack of meaning of those choices, given that you have these two endings. I guess you could make an argument that, well, you were free, you were given choice of the, you know, once Ryan's dead, and that's really what it's about. But I think we also didn't really have enough time to execute on those super well. I was pretty happy with how the happier one came out, you know, with the sort of little sister focus, but it's a much more subtle story than I would have time to tell about sort of your slow descent into, you know, moral chaos and dissolute living and all the things that sort of come along with a life that is sort of separate from a moral structure. It's a long story.
And that's what, I mean, you were just switching a cutscene. It wasn't like you were doing sort of a whole other level that was different or something. So the choice was,
there's two cutscenes with very tight time and economic
or
constraints.
just start a nuclear war.
Yes, and that's not, you know,
you're a nice guy, or you start a nuclear war.
and because we had so many problems on our plate, that was
that dig on New Vegas.
So I was pretty happy with one, but not very happy with the other.
I know you had said publicly before that there was another sort of more ambiguous ending that you had originally planned, or what would you have done?
There was
Hey,
the
James.
notion of an ambiguous ending, which if I just wrote one,
We're watching the Jeff Keighley show.
That would just talk about the moral ambiguity of the world rather than the sort of, you know, positive or negative, because it is such a look. I think we really tried with Bioshock not to sort of make a game about good and evil. It's really about circumstances and what circumstances lead people to. And how they delude themselves with ideology to do things that they would think are evil, but it's okay because it's for the good cause. And that's what I
remember reading Robin Hood as a kid.
Focus more on that, you know, how
he steals from the rich to give to the poor.
Sort of align when you start being
he's wrong
about ideology rather than
bad,
being in the moment and thinking about the impact of what you're doing.
Sean, you talked to gamers, I'm sure, over the years. Did you ever get a sense of how many people harvested versus saved, and was there any sort of data? I mean, this is before the days where you get telemetry and data on like what people picked.
This is before we started spying on people, so it was a little bit hard to get data.
Saving little sisters, although I have a few friends that were, I just harvested every single one. I wanted to see what happened. So I mean, I don't know if that was more, you know, the game developer and them trying to see, you know, what.
Man, most people chose to save them.
For the most part, I think most people. Which I guess is a good thing.
See you soon, the boar.
Maybe people are good at heart. You know, they kind of feel bad. They want to save the little sisters.
Surely most people harvest. I mean, most people save them. They tell you right at the start.
Time for bye, Mr. B. Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
That was interesting. We learned something today. This game was originally about killing kids. That was the whole point. And they said, what if we made science? Gather from sleepyheads. I like the little stick figure, man. He's like, ah. He's even angry. He's like, ah. Don't gather from me.
You're alone. I just want some company.
Hidden snacks. Oh, I got it bad. He got harvested to fuck. And back. Gotta put him out of his misery. There you go.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Need a voice box mod. Okay, yeah. Do a lot of things here. Presto. Oh yeah, crews, we are gonna beat Bioshock today. Hey, pheromone sample.
I can only be glad I am nowhere near you and that awful stink. Why the little ones are drawn to the smell of those pheromones is beyond anything I can understand.
I can get in from above.
I know why it has to be children, but why just girls? This I cannot determine why, but I know it is so. Fontaine says, one less bathroom to build into the orphanage. It is amazing to watch the effect of Adam on their small bodies. Their own cells replaced by the new stems the instant they are damaged. These children are practically invulnerable. It is a shame you could not do the same thing to an adult. There would be quite a market for a man you could not kill.
Well, get back here if you want to die. I'm never coming back for that first aid. Let's just grab it. Who's slinging lead? Yeehaw.
Good. Now you'll need to modify your voice and find a pair of boots for yourself.
I think this is the one that couldn't be opened. I think. I was wrong. Is this one? I fucked up. Let's go back around. I did it again because I'm stupid. Okay, let's go back around one more time. In fact, I probably have to do 2 more times. Oh, they put more than 3 in here. Well, that's generous. That makes the puzzle a little bit more easy to solve, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we're good. I don't know if the voice box is on this floor or not.
Next teller.
Live subject testing, okay. Where's live subject testing? Ah. Shit, I don't know where live subject testing is. Oops, I missed. Oop, I shot too high. Oh, wow, those bullets don't do shit to me now. Yay! Let's give him hell. I assume live testing is over here, right? Slow down, Mary. Okay, it's Van Bennett here. Yes, this must be where we need to be. There we go. I'm glad he stood there.
You understand what a tree is?
This room seems inconsequential. Hey, I have a voice diary.
I'll admit Fontaine showed some foresight
hey,
when
Sean.
he built up the plasmid business.
I do
The man
need
really never understood sales.
Chow.
Hiding those little girls beneath a bushel. I've just seen the preliminary design work on the new plasmid machines.
Look around you, kid. You think 2-bit heroics count for a fig in this pit? You're staring down the puke stain of Ryan's busted dream. You think there's something worth saving down here? Then you deserve to gargle with the rest of these scrubs.
Oh, he called them scrubs. Don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. They were broke when they sung that song. Don't like no broke ass loser motherfucker getting all in my face. I still hadn't had a job, but it's okay. Boom, boom, ticka, boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. Hey, Decoy. Hope you're having a good day, Sean. Gotta hack these up. Good job, turret. You really did it. Yeah, machine gun knockback. Get rid of that. Makes a machine gun look a lot cooler, by the way. Half-hazards for $20. Damn, half-hazards. Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. It's good to see you, dude. How you doing? I got back from physical therapy. There is nothing they can find wrong with me as far as musculature goes. So I am free to resume my exercise regimen, which I'm excited about. Now, I still haven't found out where my pain is coming from, so it could be an internal organ. It may be worse than what I imagined, but I'm going to remain optimistic and assume, just get back to the workout regimen that I had back in 2020. Work through the pain, and it'll probably subside. Either way, I'm seeing another specialist soon. I can't wait to have my guts x-rayed and prodded around in with giant rectal cameras. It's gonna be so fun.
Atlas is a friend of the
I can't wait.
Don't be a friend of Atlas.
Went to a Belks today. Life is alright. Hell yeah. Life is alright, ain't it? Alright, you can just run away. I'm fine with that. Now, where did he come from? Plasmid prototyping main hall. We need to find live testing, but I guess we could check out over here. Oh, fuck.
I was just getting warmed up!
Time to develop big brains. Big brains! Get him, Rocket. Fuck him up. I like when the rockets do a funny little circle around them. Just so they know how fucked they are.
Ryan sent over extra munitions. He must have suspected trouble. I will lock them up near the protector labs and set the code to 1921. I don't expect we'll ever be needing them, though. Once Big Daddy is ready, nobody crossed the Big Daddy.
On the 1921. Oh, what was that? You faker. Oh, I got a minute. Oh, you like Metroid Prime? Yeah, Metroid Prime's good. There's like a PC emulator port that allows you to have mouse controls. I want to try that out. Metroid Prime predates Bioshock and has pretty damn good gameplay. Bioshock could have easily been a GameCube game. Garlic Waffle says, where is my beloved Bioshock shotgun? It is right here, and we made sure to upgrade it. Highest grossing game of all time, easy decoy, Grand Theft Auto 5. This is gonna get rid of that camera. Always loving fiction how you get rid of cameras by blowing them up when that would be the most obvious sign that you are there. I mean, I'm basically a big daddy. I should be able to walk through electricity, right? GTA 5 is kind of a scam. Spankyo, you're not wrong. It is kind of a scam. At least the online portion. Then they had a good online game, Red Dead Online, and then they abandoned it because, you know, who didn't see that coming, right? God, I hope people hack Red Dead 2 hard enough to where they can just, you know, make their own server. What am I doing over here?
The parasite hates three things. Free will and free men.
Yeah, I got one. I remember being around when GTA was being sold. They fucking like they destroyed stores to get that one. That game is enough money to keep Take-Two Interactive going forever. They could just keep GTA 5 going for a lifetime. They don't even need that new GTA. GTA 6? Well, I'm interested to play it. I think it'll be good. Shortest way to between two passes is a straight line, but here diagonal is straight sometimes. Actually, in most cases, diagonal is straight, but let's ignore that. Let's find these damn boots or whatever. Oops, maxed out my exploding buck. That's fine, though. I'll take it. Ah, it's like a Quake 2 machine.
Good. I hear the squawk of the voice box. I can only imagine how he must have smelled those awful pheromones. Once you find those Frankenstein boots, you will be ready.
Gotta find the boots. Woodsman says he's considering getting Wrath of the Cult of the Lamb. Any advice for a starter? Yeah, first of all, don't worry about dying, and the more you help your town out, the easier the game will be. So if you're sitting there thinking like, should I focus on my town? Absolutely focus on your town. The more you focus on your town, the easier the game's gonna be on you. That's just how it works. They move around so much. Hey, Rosie, how's work? Oh, Rosie's coming to clock in. Fuck. Okay, jeez. That little handshake. How you doing? All right. Okay, let's just turn this way and hold to the left. That ought to get us where we need to be, right? Actually, right. This is where we need to go. There's the boots.
Yes. Now this is a big daddy. Are you ready? Now go to the little sister vent by the proving grounds.
I got Rapture now. I got the Atom now. You think that pin suit's even half enough to
I mean, you're screaming at me over the radio and wishing I would stop doing what I'm doing, so I assume this is enough. I would love to be the guy who gets to decide where to just put ammo in maps. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun job. It's like you're Santa Claus.
Me, monster!
How's it hanging?
Where you gonna go? Your life? Your family? They're a fairy tale, kid. No more real than something you read about in the Saturday Evening Post. Poor bastard. A motherless freak. Whipped up in a half-baked science experiment.
You need to bring them out of hiding, and then they'll let you in the door. Go on, hit the vent with your wrench.
I'm saving. Something's gonna kill me. Later, Spirit Taker. Go play Bioshock Handsome Jack. This is a fun game. If you're not into the RPG stuff, if you just want a shooter game to shoot stuff in. Oh, there it is.
What is this you wait for? Go on. Hit the vent with your wrench. Und bitte. It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girl. Mein kleines Mädchen.
Come on. Hey, Live and Jack. My day's doing all right. Physical therapist says my muscles are just fine. Which means I can tackle on a more intensive exercise regimen.
The little ones will lead you to something,
Hurry,
but
Mr.
you
B.
must protect
I
them.
can see an angel dancing in the sky.
That's it, kid. It's been a long road. You don't even remember most of it. Put you on a song when you were just a sprout.
I was waiting for our kisses.
Spagio asked why stream Bully. I actually have streamed Bully, believe it or not.
Don't be a slow.
I completely forgot that I did.
Angels don't wait for slow.
Hold on, that freaks me out because look, I've been over this before. I remember yelling at Trader Dan. It's like, Dan, I've streamed Bully. Hold on. Yet I don't see it. No, that's in playlist. Hold on. It's gonna fucking make me go insane because I swear I streamed Bully. But I can't find it. I guess I didn't. I swear. Oh, you know what? I did that on Twitch, I bet. Yeah, we can do Bully again, Spank. Yo. Put it on the list. That's why it's been driving me insane. I'm like, I done did. I beat Bully. I did it over on a different streaming service to test out the wheels. So yeah, we can play Bully again. It's pretty absent in my mind. I don't really remember too much about it.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Look out!
Time to go, Mr. B.
Got smushed.
Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to wait.
I really wound you up with that wife and child bit. Oh, me poor Moira. I wee baby Patrick. Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with the suckers.
Mr. B, no time to wait. I can see you.
Oh, this machine gun feels so flaccid, though. Good earlier on, but these later level splicers just eat the bullets like nothing.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't.
That's all you got? I was just getting warmed up!
Big brain.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Getting caught on stuff.
Even though they are physically free of the need to gather, each one's mental conditioning still holds them to their terrible past. Or things such as these are never impossible.
Spank you over $5 this year's for the bully stream and being a cool guy. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. We'll put that up on the list. We got a few games here kind of coming on top. We got Scorn and Hollow Knight. Scorn and Inscription Bully. Ah, burn you fuck. Last thing this camera sees before sounding the all is fine alarm is just a big daddy face staring right into it, pulling wires out and shit. Yeah, it's fine here. Nothing to worry about. I feel like I already fucked this up though. You got the official Bioshock figures in the book. I had the Big Daddy with the defect where the tip was bent off of every single one of them that came in. It made it more rare for some reason.
Time to go, Mr. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Watch out! The stuff in their harvesting will draw the attention of this blaster.
Hurry, Mr. B! I can see the angels dancing in the sky. I see Adam, Mr. B.
Oops.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh, there's just not a good solution for this one, is there? Your friend has one of the vinyl records of Rapture Records that came with the deluxe edition, but he never even finished the game. Ah, well, you know, fooling their money.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for our kiss.
Well, go get the angel. I'm ready for this segment to be over. Well, health bar's making me frustrated.
Hurry.
mine now. Never mind, it exploded.
Mr. B. No time to wait. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Hurry! The harvesting will draw the attention of this rider. You must protect the little ones. They're no longer infused with others. They are as vulnerable as any child.
Oh, did I already fuck it up? Ah, goodness.
The little one falls. You can call for another at the vent. But you lose even one.
Boom. Yeah, looks like I'm losing one, probably. Jellyfish. So we lost one. Big deal.
Keep an eye opening for this rider.
Did you get it? Die! Yeah, but it's dancing all right. Would you come back to life? Okay. Oh, you son of a bitch. I got a full wallet.
Better for the girls to be with you. Better with you than alone. Alone in the crawling darkness.
Well, I almost got through without none of them dying, but it wasn't to be.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels waiting for our kiss.
Well, go get your angel kisses.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky.
Walking through gasoline, kid. That might be why you're seeing angels.
Only the little
Don't
ones
be a
can open
slowpoke,
these
Mr.
doors.
B.
You must protect them.
Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Time to go, Mr. B.
She's literally standing in fire.
Don't be a
That might be
slowpoke.
plenty for the wicked scrubs and the pencil pushers, but I need more. Oh, I want a slice. The slice with.
Fontaine is nearby. You are reaching close now.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky.
There! You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontaine of his Adam. It is the only way to defeat him.
Here, take this. Stick it in the bad man.
Fontaine waits the
Okay, I'll stick in the
There will be no
Batman.
going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face this before moving on.
Oh my god, a final director's commentary. Well, I guess we'll check that out in a second.
Bienvenido al amorito. Muchas gracias. Welcome to the circle of come back when you get some money, buddy.
The illusion of choice is a thinly veiled dynamic that drives many single-player gaming experiences. And while many
Time for Jeff
developers spend a
Keighley.
lot of time trying to convince players that choice is real and authentic in their games, the truth more often is that choice is a superficial concept in gaming narrative. Bioshock confronted this idea head-on, searing into our minds a innocuous three-word phrase with an unforgettable new meaning: Would You Kindly?
How the Bio was Shocked, starring Hellbent's Thirst for a Beverage and Jeff Keighley. And then we'll fight the awful last boss.
In the game is the "Would you kindly."
Look, the last boss is terrible. You should be thanking me that we're watching this right now.
The player throughout the entire game. It's still, to me, one of the most classic kind of narrative moments in games in the past decade. What's interesting about that phrase is that it didn't always start like that. Can you tell us sort of about the evolution of sort of the the conditioning of the player? And there was once Excelsior was the phrase once.
Yeah, this is. I'm trying to recall some of this. So we had the idea, because we had the Andrew Ryan scene very early, and we knew sort of all the events that would happen. There were phrases before there was "Would you kindly." The notion existed and what it meant and what it was, but we didn't actually have the phrase "Would you kindly" until later. So we had a bunch of terms we threw in there. And like Excelsior was it for one point. That's probably comes from
Excelsior!
fanboyism.
Was that like so throughout the game? It would have been like Excelsior.
Just randomly
there are some things when you're making games you just sort of.
I mean, Orange for Stan Lee. Excelsior!
Why don't you head over there, Excelsior?
And then it sits there for a year.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you kind of forget it's not good, right? And then until somebody comes along and says, "Dude,
seriously."
Yeah.
What,
Or you meant it to
As
be
bad,
like
it's kind of difficult, but he's like
he's
like uninspired and pretty lame.
But that sense of some phrase or word being repeated throughout the game that you wouldn't really realize its meaning until later, that was there very early on.
The Doritos Master is in this game. I love it.
Like a non-thing, and then came back at you like a freight train later on. It was there from pretty early.
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run. Stop. Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys.
So that phrase evolved, but talk about that, the sort of meta-narrative of, being in a game, thinking that you have a sense of choice and making these decisions, but then obviously realizing that the player ultimately didn't have choice or was conditioned in a way that they would react to that. That was, sort of a new idea for a game. Where did that come from on your side, Ken? I mean, was there sort of a deeper sort of, meaning behind it?
No, look, I think I was always interested in the concept, whether it's, Oedipus, not to get too pointy-headed here, but Oedipus sort of thinking he has, I'm
Oedipus?
Leave, the city and go to the city because there's been this prophecy about me and I'm going to avoid my fate and I'm in complete control, and then finding out he's not in control at all, to the Manchurian Candidate, which is a story I love about, somebody who you find out is just a puppet, living a life of a man, and Fight Club. I always love those kind of stories about who am I and what is my agency in this world, because look, we struggle. I think everybody struggles that. How much we really have control over, and how much is our boss or parents or whatever telling us what to do. So that seemed like a natural thing for a story, and because it came from movies, that idea a lot, and plays. I don't think it was very. There was a lot of. It hadn't been explored in games really, and games are particularly interesting because games.
Because you feel like you are interacting with choice,
and you're really
Decoy. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was about Bioshock.
Really, just being railroaded down a corridor. It's very easy to underestimate gamers, and I think
I'm eating stale French fries from 4 hours ago, but I didn't finish them, so I'm finishing them now.
But people seem to really engage.
They're pretty salty, so ain't too bad.
They had a struggle as a gamer. They've always had, which is like, I want to control, but how much control do I really have in this game?
True.
Potatoes are potatoes.
It was also something that was a great surprise when you played through the game, and I'm sure even for people on the team.
It's Spikio.
Know that when Ken was sort of doing it, or did it was revealed as people played through it?
I think, at some point the entire team knew. It wasn't, it was something that was talked about.
A dude named Sean. Sean.
Early on when you heard the idea and you just kind of clicks, right? You're like, okay, like I totally get this.
Did people get it? I seem to remember people looking at me like I was like a lunatic.
Maybe not the specifics, and maybe it's the Excelsior, or you may be talking about the Excelsior time, but the idea that you don't really have choice, and exactly like you said, you played through how many video games, and everybody's game is going to end the same way. You're going to kill these people, you're going to pass through these checkpoints, and you think you have a choice, but ultimately
Whataburger is affordable and pretty good.
So the idea that we're kind of like taking
Shadow Knight
resonated. Now the actual like, is it Excelsior or is it the Latin phrase I forgot, or if it's would you kindly?
See, here's how I remember it, and I could be, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I can remember being so surprised by the outside reaction because I remember the internal reaction being completely nobody connected or engaged to it. I mean, we worked on it.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of surprised by the outside reaction because I kind of thought it was like, as I said, it's a bit academic, right?
Yeah.
And well, it also could be a function of
We're playing it close to the vest.
I could be misremembering it, or it could also just be a function of nobody making the game had the experience of playing it through and getting to that moment.
That's what I mean. Like, it was revealed to them in advance of really playing it, so it wasn't that surprise.
Yeah, they had seen it in all its really half-assed, development stages
and
along the way.
out of order.
Yeah, out of order and all that.
And it's not really something you can play test over an afternoon because it takes a little while to get to that point.
You need to lack the knowledge about what the game is to be able to sort of have that experience all the way through. I know you guys have talked.
I like
about,
movie time with Jeff Keighley.
The voice actor changing, and it was, I guess, very important that the.
They should call him Jeff Healy's, and he could skate out and give Hideo Kojima
the Fontaine reveal and sort of understanding that.
Yes,
the deepest blowjob.
Right, and so.
An open mouth kiss for Hideo Kojima.
The writing or the accent, that just people immediately said this guy's no good.
Right.
When the first Atlas we had, because you have to trust this guy, and if you don't, there's no trust. There's no, there's no punch in the gut. I think we've really focused on making him have personal stakes in the story as well. That he had his family trapped. Of course, it was all fiction, right? But his he had skin in the game. He sort of spoke to you as a friend, and especially because the whole world was so hostile to you. I think it took a while to get that exactly right.
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe. I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again.
Sean, what do you hope is the kind of lasting legacy of Bioshock? 10 years hence, a lot of things you guys were doing, have sort of become common now, right? With upgrades and moral choices in games and whatnot. But it was really pioneering work a decade ago. When you reflect on it, what do you hope people remember the game for sort of pushing forward?
For me, it's telling a story with the medium and how we used everything available to us to tell that story. We used the environment to set up the backstory of Rapture and really create a sense of space, which I
more
think
like
is vitally important.
Crapture.
The players
this place stinks.
That to sit down and kind of like just be in the space and let these things happen. Even the radio logs, the rudimentary animation that we had at the time. I mean, we really sat down with the tools that we had and at our disposal and tried to tell a meaningful story. Maybe not meaningful, but something that would be memorable to people that they could take away and, like you said earlier, have that moment where they're excited.
We should try to tell a meaningful story. Well, maybe not meaningful, but it's like not bad, right?
I think the legacy is.
It is good. I like Bioshock.
It's a story well told.
For me, it was a sense of place, being like the Rapture's a real thing, even though it's not. It's actually a very crude. From the time, a relatively crude bunch of polygons and texture maps. It's only, the original game is only in 720, I think. And I played a lot of it when we were testing it on a 14-inch, SD television. That it still felt like a sense of place in the music and the characters. That it's a real place. And I think that my memories of the Bioshock games is that I take away that Rapture's a real place and Elizabeth's a real person. Those are the two sort of big things that stick with me with those two games. And that's sort of what I'll always, carry forward with me in my life.
Bioshock.
I have played Bioshock 2, but it's been a while.
Place, but as we saw with Infinite, I mean, it's an idea and it's a sort of a type of game. I think a lot of people say oh, this is a type of experience. When you think about your career, where you guys want to go, I mean, that idea of those types of games, do you miss it now that you've sort of moved on to other things now, or do you feel like it's sort of you've closed that chapter?
I mean, it's always a part of what you do. Like System Shock 2 was a part of Bioshock, but it wasn't System Shock 2. It was you're growing past that and trying out new things. I think Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, Bioshock 2 is good. Bioshock 2 has no boss, but it's good.
Of my experience as a game developer and what we're trying to do with the medium, so I don't think it's something that you just draw a line and say, we'll never return, because there's always lessons that you can learn and things that you bring with you to the next project that you're working on.
I don't think the new game is gonna people are not gonna be surprised that this game is new games from us. They're gonna see a lot of what we had done before in terms of world building and aspects of storytelling. The goal is to sort of, move away from the you really have no choice kind of thing, and that's a very, 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 very hard problem which we spent years working on. But we're building upon a foundation of stuff we've done before, just trying to go in a different direction with it. But it's always going to be part of our DNA.
And then there was never another Bioshock game ever again.
Bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, rapture can become yours.
Rapture has big dick energy all the time. Actually, it's kind of an awful one to leave off on. Yeah, well. Let's just bring shit that I need. Somehow, I feel like camouflage ain't gonna work for the boss fight. Can't even research the boss. Okay, defended from electricity and fire. Very defended from electricity. There we go. I'm defended from the 3 elements. And a little bit protected elsewise. A little bit of bonus damage against the machines there. Seems okay. Am I going to play 2 after this? Yeah, we're going to play Bioshock 2. I might balance it between a few games, not just play it straight all the way through. Toss in a few things like Scorn and other things folks have suggested. Plus, we got the Resident Evil expansion coming up. Lots of games. Also, I want to try System Shock 2. Plague Knight? We'll see about Plague Knight, I guess. Stout Duke, maybe. All right, this is it.
I remember when me and the crowd put you in that sub. You were no more than 2. You were my ace in the hole, but you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
Yeah, Decoy's right. If you like the video, Jeff Keighley will appear to you in a nightmare and blow you.
Go! Go now! Hit it with the needle!
Come and get it, Luke!
Bees in your pussy! It's a bees! Oh yeah, he's stuck. Get him, bees!
Need a minute. And I'm gonna cut you into bits. Come and get it, Luke! You think I'm alone in this world? I got more than enough moms to watch my back while I recharge. Come and get it, Luke! You think it'll be that easy? Come and get it, Luke! I'm not finished! You little...
Ah, I swear I shot his thing first. Oh, this son of a bitch. Well, I can't find a bot shutdown, so let's just shoot at him, huh? Oh no!
I'm barely getting started.
All right, calm down.
You think I'm alone in this world? I got more than enough moms to watch my back while I recharge. Good money for you. This is what I get.
Yeah, it's not a really good boss
I
fight.
had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and had tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is. And now.
You're so weird looking. Oh yeah, look at all these epic games store achievements.
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them.
They look like ghouls from Fallout 2.
A chance to learn. To find love. To live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
Bioshock! Created by 2K Games and Ken Levine and nobody else. Not another... Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a copyright for this, aren't I? Hold on. Don't worry. I got a song we can play for the credits. You're gonna like it.
Shake your asshole, baby. Shake your asshole, baby. Shake your asshole.
What a good game.
Shake your asshole, baby.
This game's pretty good.
Asshole, baby girl. Put a tampon in your asshole. Now wiggle it like a lasso. Catch a piggy, scream real loud. Yeehaw, make your pee-paw proud. Shake your asshole, baby. Shake your asshole, girl. Tampon in her asshole. Nobody could stop her. Do a great big fart. Make it spin like a chopper. Go chopper girl, go chopper girl, go chopper girl, go chopper girl, go. Shake your asshole, baby. Shake your asshole, girl. Shake your asshole, baby. Shake your asshole, baby girl.
Well, anyways, that's Bioshock. Hope y'all enjoyed Bioshock 1. We had exactly 64 deaths, which is kind of a lot, but you know, that's about how many times I die in a game normally. Let's see. Yeah, generally speaking, I die around like 60 to 80 times per game. Just fine. More. There's nothing left to do. I guess we got the museum. We can look at the museum. Oh, hell yeah, Decoy. We are going to play Ragnarok. Welcome to the Museum of Orphan Concepts, a guide tour of rational games making Bioshock. We've looked at this before, actually. Last playthrough. This is pretty cool. A bunch of cut content and stuff in here. They're gonna have a Big Daddy, the big old cannon, which would have been neat. I don't know why they didn't use these. Would have been good. I mean, I guess you got Rosie, right? But more variations would have been fun. Seems like a waste that they didn't have more than just the Rosie and the Big Daddy, you know. But then I guess you'd have to research them all. But whatever. That would have been fine. Drawings. Slug things. They were originally going to have hillbillies with giant shotguns. And then the guy who punches you around just has a big hand. I like that. He's like, I'm gonna give you the biggest bitch slap you've ever had in your fucking life. I invested everything in my left hand. The fanny pack, like, double gulp is a good idea, too. This character's great. Cool concept art. These characters seem like they went mainly unchanged. Oh, fuck, they gave him butts, though. Jaggy, polygonal butts. I guess this is what happened to the strippers. You take too many plasmids to be a good stripper, you turn into this one. I guess this guy throws bombs, but they're not rendered correctly. All right. I like this concept drawing. This one's neat. We're almost done with our tour. A brief tour. Something tells me they're supposed to be, like, shorter. They already had a big bitch slap guy, though. Why do they need two bitch slap guys? I think they just really wanted to have a guy with the lobster claw. Plus, they're easy to design. Look at that foot. That just looks like a Resident Evil monster. Oh, they're gonna have slugs controlling the big daddies. That would have been interesting. I would have liked that. Not much as a cut concept as the Easter egg for the observant museum visitors. These sea creatures can be seen swimming down in Rapture's Bioshock's opening sequence. We saw one of these crush a Big Daddy towards the end. That's nice. They decorated this nice. What a nice thing. I don't think there's any secrets here, really. Pretty cool, though. They should have hid some kind of giant crazy secret in here, but they probably did not. I love seeing 3D renders that, like, didn't make it. Like, if you're gonna have GameCube Bioshock, this is how the Big Daddy would probably look. Textures and everything. Looks like a GameCube render. Neat. These other guys, oh no, they're way too fancy for a GameCube. Unless you took away some of the texturing. I plan to play the remake of 4. Yes, Laughing Jack, I'm going to play the remake of 4 and also have a really neat HD texture upscale of RE4 that I'd like to try out as well. So we will get to that. But anyways, that's for sure it. With no weapons and no damage dealing plasmids, defeat a big God. In shocking turn of events, it's like a weird puzzle. Yeah, these weren't all that great. You can skip the additional content ones. Alright. John W says, any Fallout? Maybe not for a bit. We'll see about Fallout. I like Fallout, but like, you gotta play it right, or else it is a slog. Like, Fallout can be this really, really long burn that's great, but for commentary, there's usually very little to say, unless you're just gonna be like, you know, Mr. Haha Random, right? And I don't always feel like being like that. Oh, enjoy the RE remake. It's very good, Decoy. You know, in fact, they're going to upscale the RE remake as well and make that 4K. Fans are doing that, not Capcom, sadly. Kind of weird that fans are able to get that done, but Capcom sits on it. It's like, but I'm not saying it's easy to do, but I bet it's easier to do for them over on the Capcom side of things. Fable? I like RPG games, John W., but the biggest problem I have with RPGs in general, for streaming anyways, is that they can be very, very long. And the last thing I like to do with my evening is having to level up. It's like, hey, dude, go back to the fire zone. Those guys give lots of XP crystals, and you need to kill them in order to get higher levels so you can do the thing. I'm like, I don't know. Dark Souls kind of spoiled me on that. Now that I realize I don't need to do that, I think out of any of those kind of games, John W., I'd probably play Oblivion. Because Oblivion is hilarious. So maybe Oblivion. Laughing Jack, as far as the next game, yeah, Bioshock 2's on the list. Scorn, since it's been requested. And I got, Bully Hollow Knight Inscription, Prototype Devil May Cry, Warframe Power Wash Simulator. You got Bully from earlier. Killing Room, Let It Die, Trials, Ori and the Blind Forest, Assassin's Creed 3, Aqua Teen a second time. Cursed Halo and Legendary, goodness no. Not that one though. Amnesia the Dark Descent, maybe. Dead Rising or some boomer shooters, that'd be fun. Woodsman. Crash Bandicoot Warped on PS1, oh boy. Hexen, fucking Hexen, God, I think I'd have more to say while playing Fallout and just walking through Nevada desert, you know? Hexen's rough. Gears 3, with the co-op partner Gears, sure. Well, yeah, stupid. I beat the boss. There's literally nothing else to do in Bioshock 1. I beat the game on the hardest difficulty. The only other thing I could possibly do is replay it for the bad ending, but I could just as easily load up a save and, you know, consume one of the little sisters and go, haha, bad ending. That's it. There's nothing else. I guess you could do an alternate ending where you kill Cohen. But that's not quite the same as, like, you know, Leon A, Claire B, Claire A, Leon B, you know. No one wants to see Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem could be pretty good. Never really understood the appeal of Shadow Warrior, though. I tried playing that one. I'm like, the enemies and level design's just kind of, Hey, James, thank you. I appreciate you. Ain't nowhere to follow me around, though, outside of YouTube and Twitter. About Alone in the Dark for PS1. Ah, Dan, no. I hate to break your heart, but I'm not a big fan of the original Alone in the Dark games. I think they're interesting and they're fun to watch, and they definitely have a historical significance. I'll put up a thing here. We'll chat for a little bit. We got some extra time. We can burn a minute. Ba, 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 ba. Boom. Now the literate will know what's going on. We're chit-chatting. Yeah, I beat the game already, Fox. We beat it already. There wasn't much left. That last stream to where I, did an extra hour was a mistake. If I had not done that, we would have had an extra hour of gameplay here. Oh, well. James, I've had enough of that. I've had enough folks worshiping the ground I walk on. How about we just play video games? Hey, Blair Snorlax, good to see you. Brand new map coming out in Halloween for Blood West. I want to play Blood West. I like the developer, but I like when my early access games are finished. No, Blair Snorlax, don't worry. Nightbot can only time you out. He can't do much more than that. But we got the spam filter pretty high, so you just gotta talk, you just gotta write like you're writing a letter. My bad. I know it's fun to type the O key 6 times and see the message occupy the screen. I hate that I can't get rid of the damn bots. Oh well. Did I pick good or bad? I picked good, because that's what I was asked to do. Nobody ever does bad in Bioshock because, it's not worth it. You don't need to add them that early. None of the plasmids you get that early on are going to help you. The only reason you would want to sacrifice them is to get the bad ending, or maybe to get a health upgrade a little early at the start of the game. But outside of that, you're really not going to get all that much of a benefit out of it. So let's see, critiques. I can't, there's not too many things I can critique about Bioshock. Let's see where it sits on Metacritic. Last time I checked, it was the top. $96. It's a pretty high score for something rated so much. Isn't that the top one? Where's top rated all time? Yes, top games of all time. Okay, I'm looking at Metacritic's top games of all time. The more this is the end, we beat the final boss. It has taken a long time to load. There we go. Okay, it's not the top. I guess it got beaten out by a few others, but it's gotten beaten out by a lot of others. It used to be higher up on the list. I feel like this list got buffed somehow. I don't entirely agree with this. It says the #1 game of all time is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Boo! I love that game, but it ain't perfect, man. That game can really drag balls. Memorable and good, but I mean, ain't perfect. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is pretty good. Grand Theft Auto 4, Soul Calibur, Grand Theft Auto 5, Mario Galaxy, and Mario Galaxy 2, and Red Dead Redemption 2, and Grand Theft Auto 5, and Grand Theft Auto 5. It's Mario and GTA. Persona 5's there. It's nice. Disco Elysium's in there. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 again. How comes Grand Theft Auto 5 gets 5 spots, though? That's bullshit. Yeah, a lot of games rated over Bioshock. That's only 28th. Breath of the Wild outranks Bioshock. When I say Breath of the Wild is better than Bioshock, no, not really. And I like Breath of the Wild. Is Half-Life 2 better than Bioshock? Yes. it's a little bit more significant. Halo 1, I wouldn't put Halo 1 over Half-Life 2 personally. And they put Metroid Prime above Halo 1, which I'd still argue Halo 1 had more of an impact. Resident Evil 4 below Halo 1 and fucking Super Mario Odyssey. Are you kidding me? That's bullshit. These Metacritic ratings, I can see why people don't like the website all that much. They got Skyrim at like 41 below Elden Ring. Elden Ring just eking out across it. And Twilight Princess ahead of Skyrim and Elden Ring. Think about that. It seems like the site's got a little like GTA and Nintendo bias or something. There's some nice Japanese games that make it in there though, which are nice. But not too many. So you know what's better than Elden Ring and Skyrim? Fucking Twilight Princess. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's better than Half-Life 1? Fucking Twilight Princess for the GameCube. Look, get out of here. You know what's better than fucking Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 2? Fucking Twilight fucking Princess. You know what's better than Portal? Twilight Princess. You know what's better than Metal Gear Solid 2? Twilight Princess. Okay, that's arguable, I guess. Some of these games getting like Halo 2's not as good as Twilight Princess. Fuck off. It had a multiplayer game. That Halo 2 is revolutionary, goddammit. You know what's worse than Twilight Princess? Twilight Princess. Apparently the GameCube version of Twilight Princess is better than the Wii version. What do you know? It's still rated above Portal 2 for some reason. Both of them. Would you really think that Twilight Princess is better than Portal 2? I'm not saying that game's bad or anything, but fuck, man. Come on now. Bioshock Infinite, though, is better than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. What the fuck? Come on. Don't be like that. Bioshock Infinite's rated higher than Devil May Cry. How do you like them? Devil Will Cry. That's the highest rated Devil May Cry game. How does it feel to know that they think Bioshock Infinite is better and has a bigger impact than Devil May Cry? Or Batman Arkham City? Or Chrono Cross or Celeste? Or PS3 Bioshock, which is rated lower for some reason? Or GTA Vice City? Hey, Oblivion made it on there. Oblivion I might want to play. Folks are asking me about Fallout. No, Oblivion's the one to play. Oblivion is funny as hell. That game is great. It's practically a comedy. Hey, Quake's on there. Holy shit. I'm surprised. I would have sworn everything made back in 1996 and back would just be completely shoved off the list. Because Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and GTA get like 8 listings. Another Bioshock Infinite. Man, Metacritic kind of sucks. No, it says pineapple does not belong on pizza. I don't know. Hawaiian pizza's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the poll then. Wrap up the poll. With 102 votes. What is better, lockpicking in Fallout or hacking in Bioshock? Hacking with 50% and lockpicking with 49%. Wait, how does that work? How do we get 50 and 49%? Shouldn't it have rounded up 50% to 1? 51%? Well, anyways, 102 votes minus the ones that hold on, I gotta do this correctly. Minus the 1% of votes stolen and hidden by the Democrat Party to make sure that lockpicking didn't win when it should have, and her emails on the laptop. Anyways, Back to favorite song. Woodsman likes Funk. The Boar likes Giving Up by Linkin Park. Austin T likes Getting Old Sucks by Bowling or Soup. I haven't heard of hardly any of these. Neat. I have to look them up later. Sleepy Dog Zone's like Sleepy Dog Zone likes Ghetto Boys. Mind playing tricks on me. Decoy likes Homegrown and Backyard by China. The Boar likes Sickness by Gray Days. Stupid likes Backstreet Boys. Jackson likes Call of Duty. That's not a band. Handsome Jack likes Burning Road by Genesis. Full album, and then there were 3, not bad. And Spacchio likes Real Slim Shady. Those are good choices. Dragon Man, the way Metacritic counts the games based off each platform is kind of bullshit. Because like, well, I give the PS3 version a 99, and I give the Xbox 360 version a 94. Or I give it a 6 because I don't own an Xbox 360. I mean, all it takes is 1 or 2, like, you know. I gave it a 6 because I thought it was the PS3 version, but it was a 360 version. So I give the 360 version a 2 out of 10 for not working on my PlayStation 3. Nah. Critics. Boris says the list was made by somebody who's only played Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing, Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, you know, that's games journalism for you. I was impressed at how high the Mario Galaxy games were. They fucking loved those. I mean, I played them. They were good. You know, they weren't that good. They were nice, though. I couldn't stomach to beat them. I couldn't stomach to beat Mario Odyssey either. I like it, too. Mario Odyssey's fun. Bing, bing, wahoo and all that, but, like, I never can bring myself to get to the end of those lately. Mainly because they took it from being Super Mario, and they said, nah, we like Banjo-Kazooie. We're gonna have you collect a whole bunch of bullshit. At least in Mario 64, it had the stars, and it was simple. And then when it's like, you gotta get all the moons, you gotta get this, and you gotta get that, and make it blah, 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 blah. Nah. Those parts are never fun. Boris says, I've been sucking on Nintendo's nipples since they were 10. Yeah, you know, and I like Nintendo games. Don't get me wrong. I think Metroid, Star Fox, and stuff like that, pretty fun. Zelda's great. There's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, there seems to be a disproportionate amount of like, the newest Nintendo game's good because it has the character I like in it. I like Link from Legend of Zelda. And I like Yoshi and Luigi. So anything that's got those is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's ridiculous. But I mean, you know, what is it to like something? It's the same argument as what is art. Somebody could enjoy eating dog shit and give dog shit a 10 out of 10 review, and it'll go from like a 2, it'll go from a 1 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10 on dog shit. And it's like, wait, who liked a little bit of the dog shit? And it's that one guy's like, I love dog shit, 10 out of 10, yum yum. The board says Nintendo fans are now either 40-year-old man children or actual 8-year-olds. I don't think there's many kids playing Nintendo games as much anymore. I think a lot of Nintendo's player base are actually old, sad people. Unlike us Chad people who play Bioshock, us natural Joes. Crystal, I am Joe. I own this character. Joe, not from Family Guy, but from hell. It's different. Stupid says he ate the dog shit. You are the one who gave dog shit a higher review score on Metacritic. You bastard. You son of a bitch. Hogshot likes Brandon Yates, BTS, Crush 40 from Sonic the Hedgehog, Shiny Death Battle Tracks, AKB48, and Backstreet Boys. That's a lot of stuff. Fine choices. I like how it's asking me to link my 2K account right here, but what's the point? What possible good am I going to get from Bioshock Remastered by linking my 2K account? There's nothing to add to this game. It comes from the era of like when DLC was a new thing, and it's like, well, even when you welcome to the Bioshock Challenge Rooms, please note, it's not really part of the story or anything important. It's intended to be enjoyed on its own merits. We do recommend that you play Bioshock first to gain familiarity. These challenges or puzzles, the Bioshock Challenge Room team, that cost you like $5 back then. And even then, it wasn't considered much of a value. So much so that I'm not even booting them up. Those suck, trust me. They're not the bomb. The board says soon the PS3 will be like an Atari 2600. Well, the time between the Atari 2600 and the PS2 has already passed. So, yeah, to your grandkids, the PS2 is the Intellivision. Which sounds about right to me. A lot of people are like, oh my God, the time, where did it go? I'm like, well, what were you doing with your time? I played through the damn games, and I was like, wow, these are good. Who would win, Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers? Neither, because they got Superman disordered to where they wrote the characters as being way too overpowered. They only get killed by a main character when the series requires it. So I guess Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers are just fucking invincible, so they're boring because of that. Jason's a little bit less boring because at least he's fun. Like, Jason has a good time once in a while when he kills somebody. He's pretty funny. But Michael Myers is so fucking boring. He's like, I can't be killed and no one can stop me because I'm evil. And then it's like, we gotta run from him. And then someone hits him over the head and you can knock him over. Like, you know, the way you defeat Michael Myers is to just knock him over and over and over again. Just build a machine to knock him over. I don't know. If you like the Halloween movie franchise, I ain't got nothing against you. I think Michael Myers as a character is a cool design. But he's never written well. He's just like, I'm evil and angry, and I'm bulletproof, and you can't call the police on me because I'll kill them. It's really not all that interesting. And even if they did explain the lore of Michael Myers, even then, something about having like, I'm an invincible murder stabbing guy is so boring. That's why Scream was good. People like Scream, and for a reason. It's that you can just throw Ghostface around. Ghostface gets fucked up in that movie. He does not have an easy time. It's that he actually has to work for it. To where Michael Myers is like, I don't know, unspoken voodoo magic shit. I'm invincible. And they didn't have to do it like that, because I seen Chucky. And in the Chucky movies, they straight out go, nah, he just uses voodoo magic. He literally uses voodoo magic. It's like, oh, okay. And then Chucky talks. And he explains shit, and it's fine. And it doesn't ruin the movie or anything, or make Chucky any less scary, really. Who will win, Iron Man or all the Twilight vampires? Well, I mean, I guess he could just invent the thing that kills vampires, right? You know, I feel like they could have done a better Bioshock remaster. I feel like this game could do with the remake. Do a remake and, like, sandwich Bioshock 1 and 2 together or something like that. That could be fun. They'll never do it, though. 2K's got so much fucking money. It's ridiculous how much money 2K has. Yeah, I can't think of much else to say about Bioshock 1. It'll be interesting to play the second one and show you the difference in combat. A lot of Bioshock 2's combat is a little different because you play as a Big Daddy through the entire thing. So your melee gets a tremendous upgrade. Pokemon Smash says, any possibility of playing Destroy All Humans? I played the first one. And it's okay, but I just wasn't as big of a fan of that one as everybody else was. I thought it was all right. But I had my limits with some of the jank in it. Good night, the boar. When I take $30 billion, I'll take $30 billion. Thank you, stupid. Thank you. Foxshot wants a sequel to Bioshock. You mean for Infinite, yeah. Well, yeah, we got 2 in Infinite. It is weird that they haven't made another Bioshock game, but it's 2K as a publisher, so it makes sense. But I mean, in retrospect, we got a bigger sequel for XCOM than we did for Bioshock at the end of the day. Is that because Fire Axis is good? Maybe 2K has a little bit of a soft spot for them? I don't know. The remake? Yeah, I played the remake, Pogwin's Master, for Destroy All Humans. It was okay. I wasn't blown away by it, but I was like, you know, this is fun. Not bad. It's okay, I'm stupid. There's lots of once-in-a-lifetime experiences that I could live without. Just because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience doesn't mean that it's an experience that I need or that will actually make my life better. Excelsior. I missed one. Damn it, I missed one. Woodsman said Bioshock 4 got leaked and it's being made. It's just in limbo. Yeah, limbo is bad. Like, I don't see why it should be. I guess if you want something like Bioshock, you can always play Prey. Not the 2007 one, but the newer one. One on the moon. Prey'd be a fun one to pick up on, but the game is so dry. Like, Bioshock's wet, because it's in the water. Mainly. But it also has Andrew Ryan and Fontaine and, you know, Atlas and all that. There's a lot more going on story-wise. Or when you play Prey, it's a very atmospheric game and it's a very interpersonal game, although it's pretty much just a fucking Bioshock game at its core. I think I'd rather play System Shock 2. Maybe. Yeah, I've seen the gameplay for RE4 Foxshot. It's interesting. I noticed you get a crouch now. Like you can sneak. Kind of like the Evil Within. I wonder how that's going to work out. Robert Sullivan says, yeah, I've tried Prey and it's very bland. It wasn't bad. It's like eating saltine crackers. Yeah, it's like, what if we took Bioshock and just distilled it down to gameplay elements and just gave it a very, very, like, thinly tied together story. And it's not bad. But it's still just another take on Bioshock with, like, a couple of, instead of, like, plasmids, you got psionic powers and, you know, instead of like the electricity opening up doors and all that, you got, you know, the glue gun to climb up walls. It's not bad, though. Any chance of Borderlands 3? Yeah, kind of unlikely, but I'm not saying it's impossible. Just unlikely. Stupid says people complain about how the RE4 remake's gonna change everything from the original, but they change everything from it. RE4 is quite possibly the most overrated game he's ever played. Fair enough. In RE4's trailer, I saw him shoot a light bulb and light a cow on fire that ran into a bunch of ganados, and he said, send me the bill later. So I got a feeling it's not going to be very much different from the original. Although, one thing I dislike is that they took the little short guy, Salazar, and they turned him into like a grandma. I don't like the new Salazar design. I think they really fucked that one up. But like, no, don't make him look like Children of the Corn. Make him look like an old granny. That way people feel less bad about it. Aight, boo. Make him look like a Children of the Corn monster. That was like one of the cooler parts about his character is like, oh, little Children of the Corn in there. That's nice. They took it out because Capcom hates little people. Capcom wants to put little people in their little place. And you know what? I disagree with that assessment, Capcom. I think little people should have all the freedom that they need to get what they need done. Anyways. All right. It is 2 in the a.m. This is a good time to wrap it up. Hey, Imagination, we're just leaving here, but the VOD will be up momentarily if you want to check out the ending to Bioshock. I'm going to go ahead and take off. You all have a great night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting, and thank you for your generosity. Pokemon's Master for being a sponsor. We also got Pretzel, Gunnar Gonzalez, John W., Moon Foxo, Haphazardous, and Spacchio. And I got your suggestions. We'll do Bully. Bully sounds fun. But I gotta take off, so you all have a good evening. I hope your Wednesday goes nicely. We'll see you again soon. Good night.